What's going on, everyone? Time for some pony salt farming. Okay, so look who's back. JTech Games, right? Yeah, still playing this game. So, after all the videos I've done, after all the stuff that's been put on the internet, after everything that Sony has said, he still has the audacity to come back this way. Yeah, we're going to have to slap him into the next dimension of truth and get him out of the pony copium world. This is what he says right here. Sony is not going multi-platform. Still playing this game, y'all. You are stupid if you believe that. No, what's stupid is you believing that Sony is somehow first party. They're not. They're semi first party, right? Or they're timed first party or a hybrid first party, right? I would say that would be more of an accurate description. But you can keep on coping. It's okay, man. I noticed your name too, which I kind of find funny. This just cracks me up, JTech Games. You know what? You guys know what I want to do, but I just don't feel like picking up the PlayStation controller. I'd rather be empowered by the Switch, ready for this Pro controller. Because PlayStation, you ponies, man. It's the wrong P word. You need to be pros, not ponies. So yeah, Sony's not going multi-platform. We're stupid because he's talking to all of us because obviously if anybody believes that to him, they're stupid. Pretty funny. Already announced Spider-Man 2 for Xbox. Oh, come on, man. See, that's Sony, or maybe he's trolling him. Sony is no going multi-platform. Great grammar at its finest. So I misspoke. Sue me. And Sony is not going multi-platform. They already said they are not stupid. You know what, bro? Mm-hmm. So if Sony goes multi-platform, Sony is now stupid according to this guy. And Sony goes multi-platform, it's stupid. It has to be that way, right? According to him, you're stupid if you believe that. So by the way, guys, that's where I think the way he thinks. If it's multi-platform, it's stupid. You're stupid if you say PlayStation will keep exclusives. I mean, dude, the truth was right in front of you in the PC world. I don't know, guys. Look, if you do it there, I don't understand how going to Xbox will be more of a threat. It doesn't make any sense to me. Sony already said they are keeping exclusives, and if you play Xbox, you are racist and stupid. Okay, I didn't know I was going to be reading a thread that only required an IQ of probably 65 to 70. What does this have to do with Sony going third party? I'm seeing all types of stuff coming out of the pony world in the last 2 weeks where I'm like, what the hell did you just say? What are we talking about here? Y'all. Yeah, we're seeing it all, aren't we? Okay, JTech. This is why I love this. This is book. By the way, I bookmarked this just to let you know. Wait, why did that not get bookmarked? It doesn't let me bookmark this. That's what happened. Because I'm like, every time I click on this, it doesn't let me bookmark it. What the hell's going on? A pony ritual going on or something against me, man.
I have a number of questions I'd like to get to today. I'm going to start with the platform business. As Sony Interactive Entertainment and the industry as a whole move towards multi-platform gaming, how will you protect the value of the PlayStation console?
The PlayStation experience is not just about the gaming console hardware, nor it's not just about the content as well. It's an experience in a community that shares this excitement. For over 30 years in the past, we've been committed to being the best place to play and publish. And this is has helped us establish a dedicated community of 124 million players and then an available network over the 4,000 creators. PlayStation console experience is designed to enable immediate gameplay in an immersive and accessible way. We're doing this in a completely integrated way, designing and manufacturing all aspects from the chips to the backend system. And we continue to look for new and innovative ways to broaden our reach and bring our content and a service to the players. The value of the PlayStation console is that still the best place to play, and it's growing as we reach an even broader audience.
And
even broader audience.
you're quite right that we're continuously exploring new ways for players to interact with their franchises.
Exploring new ways means I haven't done it before. And multi-platform at the beginning of the video. Okay, my detective skills are pretty good. See if they can work well. I don't know if ponies have detective skills.
It's important to realize that we're really thoughtful about bringing our franchises off console.
What did he say? Off what? Uh-oh, more detective skills. Ding, 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 ding. Let me help you out, ponies.
To reach new audiences.
There it is again. Reach again. Something new again. I haven't done it before. Let's help him out here. I haven't done it before.
And that we're taking a very measured, a very deliberate approach in doing that. Particularly on the single player side, our tentpole titles, there's such a differentiated, the point of differentiation, I should say, for the PlayStation console. They're real showcases of the performance, of the quality of the hardware. So we want to ensure that players get the best experience from these titles. And we're very thoughtful about how and if and how we bring these titles to other platforms.
Did you catch on that? Call it an experience if I've already been there. Now we're going to bring it to other platforms. You see that look? He knew he had to read that teleprompter. Hey, I'm done. J-Check, what do you have to say about that? I just gave you some detective skills along with it. Now, I think, yeah, I think that's what we need to do, right? Give him a like and a, that. Thanks for letting me know that that's exactly what you are, dude. You are a clown. Okay. AGN, bro, what are you smoking? This isn't even a story. What's going on, Game Dad? I like Game Dad, by the way, because he just comes at me straight up. He tries to, come with logic. And like I said, I think he subbed to me or whatever. I don't mind that type of stuff. But what are you smoking? This isn't even a story. You know that. But you've been calling people ponies. It's fun. Come on, man. And you get 30 comments acting like they know what you're saying is true. What? That's a funny guy. You like that. That really depends. I've been so annoyed with some of this stuff lately in the past month. I remember when I was doing a lot of these videos before, I would reply a lot more, but it got so annoying that I stopped because it's getting to the point now to where I'm getting like 200 comments a day. And then even some of them that I don't want to reply to, when I do get to them eventually, but I'm just saying like, man, it gets to the point to where it's like, sometimes you're like, nah, man, screw all that. But obviously I read them or I wouldn't be making these videos, but not like I used to and engage like I used to, just because you just got to save yourself that mental energy. 900 views, but hey, you got to cater to your fans, right? Now listen, bro, Game Dad, if I was a caterer, I would have never rebelled against Microsoft. I would have never said what I said. To lose certain people that I know they're going to leave and certain audiences and all that, I would have never did what I did with Nintendo. Would have been what only worked for me, and I would have never let that slip out. Everybody knows I'll do some stuff to where it's like, dude, there's gonna be some people that are gonna unsub on the Xbox. But I was like, I know. I'm not a caterer. Meaning I'm not an ass kisser. Now, if my audience is with me, no matter what I do, yeah, of course. I said, what do you guys want me to do? You know what I mean? What do you want me to play? You know what I mean? If you guys need me to do some video for you, I've done this plenty of times before. And I told you I back up the Xbox community. Now I still continue to, because I don't want any platform to die, and it's part of gaming, so of course I will cover it. Could I over-promote Nintendo more? Could I have started off doing that? Yeah, of course. But Nintendo's going to be fine if I don't. I think the Xbox community needs me more than the Nintendo community does. But I will continue, obviously, still doing everything else as well. But, yeah, Xbox needs help. They have for the longest. Nintendo doesn't really need help. No, they're fine. Same thing with Sony. They just are just being Sony because they feel like they won and they can just freaking airplane pilot mode, right? Autopilot's like, come on, man, no. And just do what they're doing. But, you know, things are coming back around for the better. At the end of the day, even through all this stuff, it's still paradise. And how serious people want to take entertainment is up to them. But obviously, I have to be genuine in my entertainment. I have to tell the truth. You know what I mean? And then balance it with all of that. And I think that should be the best way to do things. Because obviously, if you want to help, you need the truth. Otherwise, it's just going to be a lie. And that's not helping. But yeah, catering and all that, no, bro. You made videos yesterday that took quotes totally out of context. You know that. It's been proven. Sony isn't going to go multi-plat. Oh, man. You had to say that. They're planning PlayStation 6 and a handheld. Why would they take a chance and lose potential sales on their consoles going multi-platform? It's stupid. Bro, they're not losing any sales because they're not going multi-platform like you think they are. That's what you're saying. Dude, you've been watching all my videos. What is it about them that is not multi-platform? I didn't say that they're the same as Microsoft, but they're still their games are on multiple platforms. That's literally what that means. My game is no longer only on this box. My game is now over here, and my game has been over here in the PC world for the past couple years. That's multiple platforms. PC's a platform. PlayStation's a platform. Xbox, Nintendo, you know what I mean? So that's multiple platforms. I can understand if it was here every once in a while, but when you have put that many games on PC, you have now put a lot of your tentpole games on multiple platforms. And now you're talking about doing live service. That's multiple platforms day one. How's that not multi-platform? I don't understand how you guys are trying to dodge basic definitions and basic movements that somebody makes in a game because you want to cope about a device. I swear, no, it's only y'all, man. You know what I mean? On this topic, I'm pretty sure you are a smart guy getting that as well. I'm not attacking you or anything like that. Like I said, I like you coming to my channel. Keep being honest with me. You're not going to offend me. Even though you said some stuff where I'm like, really, dude? And you're like, they're at 80 million PS5s, but they're hurting for cash, right? I never said that. I said they want more profit. Everybody that's watched my videos know that I said that Sony is fine. They're making more money than they've ever had before. It's record profits. So they're not hurting for cash. No, they just want more money because they can do it. That's the new motto now. More business, more money. Not exclusives between stuff that's already over with. And we're sitting over here still entertaining and keeping it up and doing what we're doing. You know what I mean? And I'm aware of that. I'm always self-aware. I know what I'm doing. Not a fool. Stop with the clickbait. Listen, bro, I ain't clickbait. I ain't Dreamcast guy. Be honest. What's the point of lying? I don't see the point. What am I going to get out of it? And I don't care what anyone thinks about me for playing PlayStation. Dude, okay, you want me to pull up my PlayStation for you one day? I got almost 60 platinums. I've beaten all PlayStation games. I've been there, all consoles. Besides PS2 for certain reasons for Sega Dreamcast. If y'all know what I mean, y'all know what I mean. But I'm getting the PS6. Guarantee you I got more PlayStation games beat than you. And platinums. I proved this in my pony salt farming videos way back in earlier the year and at the end of last year. And they're like, damn, this guy, he be gay. Oh yeah, I beat over 2,200 video games. I've been gaming since 1993. I'm a fucking gamer. More than anything. Okay, so, dude, if you game on PlayStation, what's wrong with that? What? What's wrong with that? That's good. My stuff is about fanboys, toxic fanboys. Not people. I own 3 360s, That all red ringed. Hey man, I know, I remember those times. And that's when I bought a PS3. Haven't had one issue with the PlayStation console. Sony consoles don't usually have that issue. So I'm a pony. Better than being a robot licking Microsoft boots every day while they lie to their fans. I mean, look, man, I see, you need to go back and find some of my Xbox videos of Microsoft jacked the price up to $80. I'm telling you, dude. Long live the Sony ponies. PlayStation 5 Pro is sit down, Xbox. Sit down, Nintendo. Sony for life. You don't see me getting offended. See, I'm not butthurt like that. And that's why I say, LOL, I appreciate your comments. What a funny read. What did I take out of context? That's what I said 22 hours ago. Sony announced they are moving away from console hardware. The PlayStation 6 is just going to be a crap PC with less games, less users, and an online paywall. That's why they are moving away from hardware. Damn. Look, man, he's kind of telling it how it is in a certain way that I can understand from a hardcore PC perspective. I can understand that point of view. I can understand what he's saying, even though he's wrong about me and a lot of things. You guys let me know what you think about this comment, because this is very interesting. Y'all know I don't cater like that. Like, of course I cater to my audience, obviously, but I'm not doing it that way. I'm not a sellout. You know, if I'm mad about something, I don't care. I'll piss off some people that, you know, will be something that I'm building up, but that's only because the company messed up. Otherwise, I'm not doing that. I don't do that. And that 22 replies. Oh man. All I hear is talk about Sony going third party. Yet games like Astro Bot, Death Stranding 2, and Ghost of Yotei are still exclusive. Dude, Death Stranding 2 is not going to stay exclusive. I promise you that 100%. Astro Bot could benefit in the Nintendo world, just saying. Ghost of Yotei? Or Yotei? That's okay, I know what you mean. I was going to go to PC. I know it is. I just don't know when, but I know it is. The narrative is weak. Dude, once again, I never said what games were coming to the platform. I never said that. Guys, remember what I said? I don't know, but I know it's going to be something outside of live service. Time exclusives, there you go, Sony MO. Most of their games is on PC already. That's how you know I didn't read this. If I see stuff like this and it makes sense, I don't care. I'll support comments. Time exclusives are not still exclusive. Okay, yeah. Ghost of Yotei will be on PC extremely quickly, under a year. Astro Bot is the only exclusives. Odd that it sold so poorly despite the original having a 100% attachment rate. Yeah, they forced that in there. Their third party is the point of the thread. Everyone have some sort of exclusive. On a $40 million budget and over 2.5 million sold at $70. Do the math, goober. It's still not getting the point, bro. Game of the year should be shaking the whole world. Everybody should be wanting to buy it automatically. I can add up, thanks. What's sad is, look, dude, I can tell you if the Nintendo base was telling you how much they loved exclusives, and a Nintendo game won Game of the Year, I guarantee you it sells like 20, 30 million copies. And that's only on that platform. You had a base that had it. That game should have sold 45 million. Definitely after the whole world seeing it. Oh, it's Game of the Year, everybody was like, no. You wanna know why? Because they've had those experiences so many times in the Nintendo world. I'm just saying, and the PlayStation demographic is very similar to the Xbox demographic in ways that you would probably be surprised. The difference is exclusives, money hats, and Sony's manufacturing hardware sales. That's why certain games may not do too bad on the Xbox due to how similar the demographic is. The PC demographic is more alien to the PlayStation base than the Xbox. Nobody talks about that though. But it's very true. They have similar demographics, just different exclusives. I'm just saying. Geoff Keighley bought 1 million copies of Astro. That's a good comment. Look, dude, I know I'm sorry, but that's actually kind of funny. Anybody that knows that's a good inside joke, man. Man, this dude lives rent-free in your head, doesn't he? I bet you sit and wait in the dark for a notification to pop up. That's pretty funny. Shit ain't gonna happen overnight. Settle down, Turbo. I'll tell you guys, console war stuff on my channel, it gets interesting. I'll be coming in here, man. I see something like, what is 60 comments? What the hell, man? You can keep Astrobot Jr. notifications on. What are you using? Okay, so where are you guys going? So yeah, you guys kind of get the point here. Game of the year winner, keep your salt to yourself, bud. Keep the salt. Pouring Junior, judging by your comment history, you're a walking salt farm. Truth hurts. I know. I'm on PC. Goofy. What are you guys arguing about over here? So yeah, there we have it. I had to just get another episode going for y'all. I know y'all loving it, right? Imagine somebody that's able to give you a couple episodes a day, right? Episodes long. AGN is doing that. That's why you got to support this channel. And you got to give me the members, not Reforge and DSP. DSP, you'll be all right, man. No. Anyways, y'all have a great day, all right? Ponies? Sit down.